Hello there, and welcome to the Colourful Creative Things podcast with me, Michael. And today I got some big news. We have new baby chickens. So, yay! You probably didn't know, but we had pet chickens that I looked after. I was going to make a podcast video about them, since sadly most of them have passed away, and I have a lot of stories about them when they were running around the place. But since we have new baby chickens now, I thought it might be a good idea to make this video first, and then talk about the old chickens in a future podcast. So I'll start at the beginning. Before the baby chickens hatch, we had 3 chickens running around the place, and they were Eagle, the rooster, who is the oldest one out of the 3 since he is one of the original chickens that we had back when I was in first year in secondary school back in 2016 when Eagle was a baby chicken, and that was 10 years ago, and he's still healthy as a horse and red as a tomato, and he can run faster than I can, which is crazy. Next we have Eagle's cousin Amelia, who is the youngest out of the 3 since she's the smallest one, and she gets scared very easily, like she's always on edge and runs away if something startles her. I don't know why Amelia is so scared, probably because I remember when she was small, she went into one of the old sheds and flew onto the top of the wall and crawled into an old building beside the shed, but I think she couldn't find her way back, so she was freaking out, and I'm definitely sure she was calling for help. So I had to go and unlock the door to the building and rescue her. So that could be the reason why Amelia is a bit of a scaredy cat, or chicken I should say. But anyway, it's time to talk about Amelia's older sister, Elizabeth, who is the mother of the 2 new baby chickens. Elizabeth used to lay the eggs in an old cabinet behind a wooden pallet, and didn't know that until one day when I was putting the chickens into bed. I couldn't find her, and I looked everywhere until I saw her hiding behind the old cabinet behind the wood pallet. She was sitting on the eggs, which means that there could be baby chickens, so I decided to move the eggs very carefully to the chickens' bed because they will be safe and warm there, and I had to get Elizabeth to go to bed. After a few weeks of Elizabeth sitting on the eggs to keep them warm at a right temperature for a very long time, we started to worry that the eggs might not hatch. But one day, when I was coming home, my mom told me that my brother saw Elizabeth in the chicken's bed with 2 baby chickens, which was really exciting and surprising to me since we never had baby chickens that hatched from eggs before, because the original chickens we had over the years were given to us as pets when they were a few months old, but I'll talk about that in a future podcast. So anyways, we decided to leave them alone with Elizabeth, and I put extra hay under the bed so if the baby chickens fall, we would have a safe landing, which I'm glad I did because that's what actually happened. But don't worry, the baby chicken was fine thanks to the hay being as soft as a pillow, and since the baby chicken was small and little, it was able to stand on top of it. So me and my brother made a platform out of old cardboard boxes and timber pallets in the chicken shed, so that the baby chickens can't fall out and they can run around too. After a while, we decided to let them outside the chicken shed just to let them get some fresh air and to touch grass for the first time. Also, we decided to leave them in the old dog shed that we have to keep them safe while they're outside since they're very small and it's a bit dangerous for them running around outside, but they're doing fine and we're keeping an eye on them. It's been a month since the baby chickens hatch, and they've grown up so fast, as they're no longer babies anymore since they can fly, and they look a little like their mother, so they're kind of more like toddlers. We haven't given them names yet, but we will in the future once we know who's who, so for now we will call them Chuck Chuck 1 and Chuck Chuck 2. But anyway, that's the end of this podcast video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I get to talk about the old chickens in a future podcast, and have more videos of the baby chickens too. But for now, that's it, so I'll see you all next time. Bye!